Hi, Kelly. Kelly, give me a thumbs up there if you can hear me. Perfect. And then I'm just gonna put this in. What about now? Is that better? Yeah, perfect. I want to make sure that works before you test it out. Right. We'll Kelly, there doesn't seem to be anyone else logged in.
It's a bit weird.
Yeah, it is a bit weird. I must have put them off or something. Anyway,
Come on there now.
it's the third Monday of January.
Martin Smith is here. It's Blue Monday as well, actually, so
Yeah, exactly. It's Blue Monday.
people mustn't be feeling it.
Martin is in. Martin, I was getting worried there that no one was going to show up. I was going to do it anyway. Right, I'll
There we are.
there's Maeve now. Hey Maeve. So I'm gonna throw in the mic now. I'm just trying to turn off my camera here. I'm gonna throw in my mic. So I won't be able to hear you from now on. So what I'll do at the very end of because I know I'll forget, at the very end of the Shavasana, to call you out of it. So we'll go into a meditation. There'll be a period of maybe 5-6 minutes of silence, and then what I'll do is to call you back. I'll ring a little bell, and that's when you know to come back. So until you hear the bell, you just chill out on the ground. Okay, we're good to go. So what we're going to do, give me thumbs up if you can hear me. Perfect. Joey's good to go too. So I'll put this on full screen. View, speaker view. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to begin in mountain pose, standing up. So just begin by rooting the feet into the ground. Stand whatever way feels comfortable. Peel the shoulder blades back, palms open up forward. And we're just going to work our way up the body. So just root the feet into the ground. Just see if you can notice the difference in weight shift between left and right foot. Whether you're forward on the front of your feet or back on your heels. Spread your toes apart, create a bigger base of support. Then just work your way up your legs. Knees are soft. What's the pelvis doing? Is it tilting forward or backwards? Is your center of gravity over your feet or is it onto one leg? Pull the ribs down, shoulder blades back. Your gaze, if you want to keep your eyes open, your gaze is just kind of over your nose, down onto the ground. Otherwise, just close your eyes. And we're going to do our meditation to start. And we're going to do it standing up. So I want you to inhale, and as you're inhaling, just visualizing with each inhale, roots going down, deep down into the ground to just ground you, give you a stronger base of support. So on each inhale, the roots go down into the ground. And on each exhale, like a tree, you're going to spread your branches up into the air, opening up your body into the light. So visualize on the inhale, the roots going into the ground. And then on your exhale, visualize the branches of the tree reaching further up to the sun. And with each cycle of breath, you become more sturdy, stronger. The more branches you have, the more light you can take in. Visualize the roots going deep and far, spreading out across the land. And get specific with your branches, what type of leaves or what type of tree it is. It could be an oak or a beech, hawthorn. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. What we're going to do is we're going to pull the energy up through our bodies. So we're going to inhale up. And then when you get to your chest, you're going to exhale, push the energy down. So you want your inhale to finish as you get up to your face. And you want your exhale to finish as you reach the ground. And I want you to just focus on the sensation or the feeling within your hands. If you go slow enough, you might be able to feel the blood or the energy in your hands as you press up and press down. Three more. Draw on that energy up from the ground, all the way up to the face. And then on your exhale, you're pushing it down, back down into the earth. Feel the energy in the hands, guiding it up the body. And last one. When you're ready, interlace the fingers behind your back. Knees are soft. And just forward fold. Let the fingers come away from the back. Just let the head rest down. You'll feel some crunching and clinking in the upper back maybe. The knees can be slightly bent. Then what I want you to do is just start walking the legs out. So straighten the right knee, then straighten the left knee. And you're going to sync it with your breath. So as you straighten your right knee, you exhale. Inhale, bend the right knee. Exhale, bend the left. Do two more on each leg. When you're ready, bring yourself up into a standing position. Just going to rotate the head over to the right. So right ear comes down to the shoulder. And just slowly rotate the neck around. We're going to do 3 really slow neck rotations. 2, and 1 more. 3, and the other way, to the left. When you're ready, bring your right hand down behind your back, so in between your shoulder blades. Drop that shoulder down. You're going to look to your left, and then you're going to drop your chin down to your left shoulder. And you'll feel a stretch along the outside of your neck. So it's fingertips down in between your shoulder blades. Twist the head to the left and then tilt the head down to look at the left shoulder. When you're ready, come out of that. Left fingertips down between the shoulder blades. Twist the head to the right. Tilt the head down to look at the right shoulder. And back to the center. Bring the hands up to to shoulder height. You're going to turn your right palm upwards and your left palm down. And like you're twisting a dish rag, one arm is going to twist one way and the other arm is going to twist the other way. So your right hand palm is facing the sky, left hand palm is facing the ground, and you're going to twist them in opposite ways just to open up the shoulders. And then you're just going to rotate the left palm to the sky, right palm down. So you're twisting those arms as much as you can, as if you're twisting out a dish rag. If you feel like your head wants to twist with your hands, whatever way is comfortable, your head can twist. One more. We're going to be doing a bit of work that requires the shoulders to be switched on, so we're just going to switch them on while we're standing. Now we're just going to do a shoulder rotation, so it's just a basic arm around, but all we're going to do is we're going to do it really slowly. So what I want you to do is tense up your whole body. You're going to raise your right arm over your head until you get to the point where it can't go back anymore. When it can't go back anymore, I'll just kneel down and do it. When it can't go back anymore, you're going to twist your hand as if you're opening up a light bulb. Opening up the hand so you can twist around, squeezing the whole body. We're going really slow. When we get to the bottom, reverse the movement, tensing the whole body, squeezing your fist, squeezing both fists as hard as you can, and come back around. Okay, we're going to go with the left, squeeze both fists, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your core, everything. So bring that left hand up. When you reach the point of you can't go any further, twist the arm, keep the body perfectly aligned. Squeezing everything. And back around. And bring yourself to the front of your mat. So inhale, raise your hands up. Exhale, forward fold and bring your hands down either side of your feet. Step the legs back and push back up into a downward dog. So we're going to walk it out here for a little while just to loosen out the calves and the hamstrings. So fingertips are spread nice and wide. Make sure you've got a good base of support with your hand. Open up the elbows out to the side to create space in the shoulders. Walking the feet out slowly. Now what I want you to do is you're going to twist the outside of your left foot down to the ground and the inside of your right foot down to the ground. So your feet will be like this. And then all you're going to do is just open up the side body. Try to get a stretch along the right hand side. Then come back to the center. So the outside of your right foot down to the ground, inside of your left foot down, and open up the body to the side, to the left. Bring yourself down onto your knees. Inhale, arch the back, come up to a cat-cow. Exhale, forward fold. Come down into round the back. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, round the back. Two more of these. Inhale, arch the back, look up to the sky, push through those hands. Exhale and tuck the chin into the chest. Round that back as much as you can. And come back to the center. Inhale, raise that right hand up into the air. Exhale, twist, reach that hand through the gap. Bring the right ear, right shoulder down to the ground. You're going to use your left hand to open up your chest to the left. Gently opening up the spine. Reach with those right fingertips as much as you can. Pushing with that left hand. Relax the core. You might feel some muscles starting to tighten up here. Just breathe into it, just relax them. And when you're ready, come back to center. Inhale, raise the left hand up. Exhale, twist, reach through the gap. Bring the left ear, the left shoulder down to the ground. You're going to use that right hand to push, open up your chest to the right. reaching with your fingertips. And you're going to hold it here for 3 more breaths. Each exhale, trying to reach a little bit further. When you're ready, come back to tabletop position. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're going to inhale. We're going to reach the right arm forward, left leg back. You're going to exhale. You're going to bring your right elbow and left knee together. Inhale, you're going to reach them forward. Exhale, you're going to bring them together. One more. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, bring them together. Come back to tabletop. Sit back into child's pose. Walk the hands over to the right. Then walk the hands over to the left. And then we're going to come back to center. And we're going to do the opposite. So left hand forward, right leg back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring the elbow and knee together. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring them together. You'll notice I have my toes tucked under on my left foot. If my foot is flat, it's going to be a little bit harder. If my foot is off, it's going to increase the difficulty. One more. And back into a tabletop position. When you're ready, we're going to come up into a downward dog. We're going to do a little bit of core work here while we're fresh. And then we'll get into some bit of a vinyasa flow. So push the bum up into the air for downward dog. You're going to press into that left leg. That's going to hold you up. Kick the right foot up into the air for 3-legged dog. And the way this sequence is going to work, so it's going to be an inhale up, exhale, bring the knee through your hands. Inhale up. So that's 1. Exhale, bring the knee through the hands for 2. If you need to take a break, take a break. We're going to do 5 of these. Inhale up. Exhale through is 3. Inhale up. Exhale, reaching that knee right through the hands for 4. And 1 more. Arms are going to be tired. Bring the feet down into a plank. Chaturanga, bring the elbows down by the side. Come down into a resting position. Elbows underneath the shoulders for Sphinx. So the pelvis is flat on the ground, opening up the chest to the front of your mat. Shoulders are down away from the ears. You're going to find that the shoulders are going to want to hunch up. If you can here, relax the glutes and the hamstrings. Let this movement come from the back. And I want you to take 2 or 3 deep breaths, opening up the belly and the chest. And just notice what happens when you take the inhale. And what happens when you exhale. When you're ready, bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Push the bum back and come up into downward dog again. So bring the right leg into the center. That's going to be your base of support. Inhale, reach that left foot back for 3-legged dog. Exhale through the knees. 1. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose if you can. If you're able to keep the tongue on the roof of the mouth relaxed during this, try do so. Inhale up. Exhale forward. I've lost count because I was talking. I think this is 5. Come back into plank. Chaturanga, elbows by the side. Come down onto the ground and relax. You're going to reach back with your right hand to grab your right ankle. Reach back with your left hand to grab your left ankle. If you can't do this, a jumper, or you can go single arm will do. So single arm bow. But if you're comfortable with this, 2 hands grabbing your ankles. You're going to inhale, kick your hands into your feet, or kick your feet into your hands. And that's going to lift the knees up off the ground. Chest comes off the ground. And this is bow pose. Take 2 more breaths here. And relax yourself down onto the ground. Just rest the cheek on your hands. Close the eyes for a second. Tune in with the breath. Feel as you inhale, your belly's pressing into the ground. So when you're ready, you're going to push yourself back into a child's pose. Loosen out the back. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come up to standing through a downward dog, and then just walk the feet all the way to the front of your mat until you come into a standing position. So I think last week or the week before when I was here, we done sun salutation A. Today we're going to do sun salutation B, which is just one added move into the sequence. So you should know most of the moves. I'll guide you through the first 2, and then for the second 2, then I'll watch you. So to begin, we're going to start with our feet hip distance apart. Spread the toes out, grip the feet. You're going to inhale, sweep the hands up into the air, and you're going to sit back into chair pose. Hold it for a breath here. On your exhale, you're going to forward fold, bend the knees until you reach the hands to the ground. On an inhale, you're going to straighten the legs, straighten the back, and look forward. On an exhale, bring the hands down. Step back into a plank position. Knees down to the ground, chest, chin, flatten yourself out. Upward facing dog, press the hands. So blow yourself up. On an inhale, step back into downward dog. When you're ready, you're going to step your right foot forward between your hands. Straighten out that left leg. Inhale, raise the hands and come up into crescent lunge. So you're in this high lunge position. Very good. We're going to take a breath here. You want to track your knee over your middle toe. You want your knee over your ankle. This back leg is as straight as you can, hands in the air. When you're ready, drop your left heel down to the ground and open your side body to the left for warrior. Gaze is over your middle finger. And we're going to do 3 breaths here. Strong, pushing into the legs, right down into that left leg, giving you support. On your next exhale, sweep the hands forward, bring your hands down to the ground. Step the feet back. If you can, Chaturanga, which is a slow push-up, or knees, chest, chin. Exhale, blow yourself up into an upward dog. On your inhale, go into a downward dog. When you're ready, step the left foot forward between the hands. Straighten that right leg, sweep the hands up into a crescent lunge. So we're into a high lunge here. 3 breaths here. You might feel a stretch here on the front of your right thigh. If at any stage you need to just hold on to the wall or for a chair or anything you have for balance. Drop that right heel down to the ground. Open up the body to the right for warrior 2. Gaze over the fingertips of the left hand. Really feel those leg muscles working, the core working, just to keep you up nice and strong. Be aware of what everything is doing here. Be aware of your pelvis position, your ankles, your toes. When you're ready, sweep the hands back into a plank. Knees down to the ground, chest down to the ground, chin, and flatten out. We're going to take a little rest here while we're on the ground. Just reach the arms out in front, rest the head down onto the ground. I can't put my head down because I'll bang the mic, but you can rest your head down. We're going to do a little bit of strength work here on the ground just to wake up our back muscles. So when you're ready, you're going to inhale, you're going to take your right hand off the ground and your left leg off the ground. And then you're going to exhale, bring them down. You're going to inhale, left arm, right leg. And exhale down. Inhale, right and left. Right arm, left leg. Exhale down. Inhale, left and right. Exhale down. Two more. One on each side. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Hands underneath the shoulders. Push back up into a tabletop position. Push up into downward dog and you'll just walk the feet forward. And roll yourself up into a standing position. So we're going to do that sun salutation B again. This time we're going to go a little bit faster through it. We won't spend too much time on the poses. So when you're ready, feet shoulder width apart, sweep the hands forward, come into a chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward, straighten legs, straighten back. Exhale, two hands either side of your feet. Step back into a plank. Knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale into downward dog. Inhale, reach that right leg back. Exhale, kick it forward between your hands. Sweep the hands up into a lunge. Hold it here for 2 breaths. Then you're going to go into your warrior. Left heel down to the ground. Open up the body to the left. Fingertips over the front fingers. 2 breaths here. Sweep the hands down to the ground. Push back into a plank position. Drop the knees down to the ground, chest. Upward facing dog again. Downward dog. Inhale the left foot back. Exhale, step it through the hands and come up into your lunge, your crescent lunge. Hips are pointing forward. Tuck those hips back. You'll feel a nice stretch here on this right thigh, your hip flexors. When you're ready, drop that right heel down to the ground. Come into warrior. So if you're looking at your warrior, your right foot is at about a 45-degree angle to the long side of the mat. And your left toes are pointing forward to the short side of your mat. Arms are up shoulder height, gaze over the toe, over the fingertips. And in one more breath, sweep the hands forward. Push the feet back into a downward dog while we're here. And we're going to just walk the feet up to the beginning. And we're going to do this sequence one more time. Now that you've got the hang of it, I'm going to watch you more so. I'll talk you through it, but I'll watch the screen as we're going. you'll get the gist of it anyway. Okay, so feet shoulder width apart. Inhale, sit yourself back down into a chair pose. Exhale, you're going to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward, straighten the back. Exhale, step back into your plank. Drop the knees down to the ground, chest, and then you're going to push up into a back stretch. That's it. That's upward dog, downward dog. Push the bum up into the air. Looking good. Bring that right foot up, and then you're going to step it between your hands. Inhale, raise the hands up into a lunge. Exhale, drop that left heel down and come into warrior. Perfect. Just look at the toes. Right toe facing the short side of your mat. Left toes are facing the long side of your mat. You're going to sweep those hands forward and bring them down to the ground. Step back into a plank. Knees, chest and chin all the way down to the ground. Push up for upward facing dog. Bum up into the air for downward dog. And you're going to go on the left leg this time. So left leg, inhale up. Exhale through your hands. Come up into the crescent lunge. And then on your exhale, drop that heel and you're into warrior. Very good. Looking good, guys. Take 1 or 2 breaths here. Get nice and strong. You might feel the sweat starting to build up. The body is nice and warm. Sweep the hands forward into your plank. Lower the knees down to the ground. Chest down to the ground. Chin. Flatten yourself out. And relax down on the ground. So again, just rest your side of your face down on your hands. So we're going to do a little bit of work to warm up the shoulders. I'm going to introduce this then to crow pose, which is an arm balancing pose. And then we'll do some deep stretching to finish off. So we're halfway through the class there, guys. Well done. So go come up onto your knees. Just sit back onto your heels. Stretch out the tops of the feet. So if you flatten the tops of the feet on the ground, you'll feel a stretch along the fronts of the ankles. Take a couple of breaths here. This is like our half time. When you're ready, come forward. Tuck the toes under and sit your heels back. You'll feel a deep stretch along the bottoms of your feet or your big toes. If it's too much, just bring yourself forward. Take a couple of breaths. I don't know if you can see Joey there, but he's very relaxed looking. I think Joey vibes off the yoga and he just gets really relaxed when I'm doing it. So bring yourself down onto tabletop position. And what we're going to do is just single arm. We're just going to work our shoulders just to get our core, shoulders, all that switched on before we go into crow pose. So in this tabletop position, with your wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, tuck the toes under. And what I want you to do is lift both left and right knee off the ground, just enough so that you could fit a piece of paper underneath. So not very high. If you were looking there on the camera, you might not even see that I'm lifted. And we're just going to hold this for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6. Drawing the belly button up towards the spine, sucking the belly button in, squeezing the muscles you use to stop yourself from peeing, and relax down. Sit back onto the heels again. This time what you're going to do is you're going to put the backs of the hands on the ground. So we're just stretching out the wrists. So you might feel a stretch along the fronts of the forearms here. And you can just make little circles around on the wrists, left to right, right to left. Okay, turn the hands around. This time we'll go fingertips facing away from you. Palms are on the ground, and just bring your weight over onto your wrists. And you're just going to make a few circles along the wrists. And the other way. So keep the palms in the ground where you are. Get a little bit of a stretch, so leaning your forearms over them. What I want you to do is push your hands as if you're trying to push your hand like this. Push your hand down into the ground for 5 seconds. 2, 1. Now just go into the stretch, and as if you're trying to pull your hand back like this off the ground, you're going to pull your hands back up. Your hands aren't going to move for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Loosen out the wrists. So I have very stiff and tight wrists from years of boxing when I was a kid. So before I do any arm balance poses, it's important to warm up my wrists. So apologies if your wrists are in good nick and you just done unnecessary warm up there. But anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a crow pose. I'll just show you what crow pose looks like. All right. We're not going to go into the full pose today, but I'm going to show you how to get into the full pose. So you're going to come down into like a rest and squat position. You can come up on your toes. The position of your hands is you reach your hands out in front of you. So you're up on your toes, you reach your hands out in front of you. And wherever your hands come down, you just reach down to the ground. Wherever your hands come down to the ground, that's your position there. You want to keep a nice wide base with your fingertips. Your hands are going to be nice and strong. Your hands are going to be important here. Your elbows, or your knees more importantly, are on the outside. So your tricep muscles here, the backs of the arms, your knees are either on the backs of your elbows or they're in kind of up on your armpits. So before we even get it, we move forward. What I want you to just find wherever your knees sit comfortably on your arms. What you're going to do then is squeeze your knees into your arms and push your arms out into your knees. And that's going to create some tension. Then all I want you to do is look forward. Imagine you've got your 2 hands and you've got a triangle here, the top of the triangle, and you look forward at that. And you're just going to lift your bum up, come up onto your toes, shifting your weight. You're going to keep your toes on the ground. And then you're going to come back and relax. So if you need to stretch out the legs, you can do so. So the crow pose is, you do need upper body strength for it, but it's also kind of a fine line between mastering your body weight to kind of hold yourself up by squeezing your elbows into your knees out into your elbows. So it's nearly kind of just like a balancing act, less so than huge strength in your arms. So come down into the squat position, reach those hands forward, bring your hands down onto the ground, nice wide base with your hands. So find that knee position on your upper arm. Come up onto your toes, heels up off the ground. Squeeze your knees into your arms. Start to lift your bum up into the air. Your head is looking down in between your hands or just in front of your hands. Come up onto your toes. If you can, just lift your left leg up and lower it down. Right leg up and lower it down and come back and relax. So I'm going to let you go now for 2 or 3 minutes in your own time and you can go for it. So to get into the pose, you can just watch. To get into the pose, don't jump into the pose to go into it. You're coming in nice and slowly, lifting the bum up into the air. You come up onto your toes. Left leg comes up. Right leg comes up. Gaze between your hands or down in front of this triangle. Hold it for 1 second to come back down and relax. So off you go. I'll give you a couple of minutes to try that. If having 2 feet on the ground is just enough, that's fine. So very good. So lifting the bum up into the air, Kelly. Yeah, higher. Yeah. Squeezing those knees into the elbows. Yeah, that's it. Well done, Maeve. No, very good. So go into it really slowly. So like centimeter by centimeter. Don't jump into it, because if you jump into it, what's going to happen is your body weight is going to come forward and throw you forward. But it's a bit of homework to do between now and next week. Looking good, Martin. Squeezing those elbows into the knees. Nice one. Oh, well done, Kelly. That was brilliant. Good. Okay, guys, well done. So we're going to give the arms a little bit of a break, and we're going to do some nice stretching now. So we're going to come into pigeon pose. So bring your right knee up to your right hand, swing that right ankle around, and sit back into your pigeon pose. So I'll just show you from this side. So right knee up to the right wrist, swing that right foot around to the left, and sit back. Sit up nice and tall. If you're prone to lower back injuries here, guys, I think I said it the first day, try not to be round in the back. But if you don't have any lower back injuries, you're okay. The further this foot comes away from the body, the deeper the stretch is going to be. And I want you to just close the eyes here. I want you to, that left hip might be coming up off the ground. I want you to just push the left hip down towards the ground and change the angle of the stretch. And now I want you to really just notice where you're holding tension. So if the hips are really tight, sometimes what can happen is you might feel it in your jaw. You might feel it clenching in your face or in your neck. There might be a specific area in the hips. There's certain emotions that can get trapped in certain areas of the body. So we're going to stay here for a little while longer, so I'll just talk you through. So just breathing into it. So if you think of when you need to cry or when you need to say something, you get a sore throat, or like during like a heartbreak or something, your chest will get sore, or if you're worried, you can feel it in your tummy. Other emotions can be held in other parts of the body, and the hips is a place where a lot of emotions get held. So I'm just going to finish talking afterwards. We can swap sides. Swap into the left. So the hips will hold emotions with things like safety and security, and that's like our basic needs, like food, water, shelter, safety when we were kids. So the body can teach us a lot from where we're stiff and tight. If you're constantly stiff and tight somewhere, and it's not because you're sitting down at a desk all day and you can't figure out why, there's potentially an emotional reason attached to that. And it's definitely worth delving into. And I'm saying that from experience. So when you're ready, you're going to come out of this. You're going to come around onto your bum, open up the feet nice and wide. Now I'm going to use a pillow to sit my bum up on, because when I don't use the pillow, this is what my back looks like. It's rounded at the bottom. But when I sit up onto the pillow, my back is up nice and straight. So spread the legs out nice and wide as far as you can. Spine is nice and upright and tall. What you're going to do is you're going to engage your quads here. So you're going to pull your kneecaps up, engage your quads, because what this is going to do is it's going to help relax the muscles at the back, the hamstrings at the back, so we can come forward. So engage those quads, reach forward as far as you can, and relax. Pulling those knees, the kneecaps up, so that's how you know those quads are engaged. Let the head relax down. Focusing here on the breath. You'll find with each exhale, if you're breathing through your nose, deep down into your belly and on your exhale, you'll find that you'll actually start to sink a little bit further into the stretch. Your body is going to ask your brain for permission. It's a protective mechanism not to let the body stretch too far. Often it's a learned behavior. So you just have to allow the muscles, allow the body to do so. So what I want you to do is just send that signal to the brain and stay where you are, but I want you to gently push your heels into the ground as if you were trying to like nearly push into the ground to stand up. So like imagine 100% contraction is as hard as you can go. You want to do about 40, maybe 50%. Not even actually. And then relax and sink deeper into the stretch. I want you to walk your hands over to the left. You can bend this left knee if you want. Bring your chest over that left leg. Walk your hands over to the right. Bring the chest over the right knee. And then bring yourself back up. Bring the legs into the middle. And just loosen them out. What you're going to do is bring your hands down behind your bum. So fingertips are facing down your body. So fingertips are facing into your back. Hands are on the ground. Push the heels and the feet into the ground. And we're just going to come up into crab pose just to counteract the forward fold. Open up the chest. Bring yourself down. Relax. And now we're going to do some glute stretching. So left leg out in front. Reach that right leg across. Left arm hugs the chest into the body. So if you're feeling a stretch already in this right glute, just stay here. If you're feeling quite flexible, you can bring that left foot, tuck it into the bum, and twist around. Get rid of this. So this is called Lord of the Fishes. I don't know why. So twisting over that right shoulder, your right hand can come behind you. Twist over your right, looking behind you. This is a deep, deep stretch for the hips. Focusing in on the breath. The heart rate is coming down after the hard work. Relax out of this. Swing the legs forward, just shake them out. And then we'll go left leg on top. Bring it to the right hand side. Right knee hugs the left knee into the chest. Sit up nice and tall. Twisting over that left shoulder. Again, if you want to deepen this stretch, you just tuck that right heel into the bum. You'll find when you're in this position that one of your sitting bones wants to come up off the ground. And what you're trying to do is push that both sitting bones down onto the ground and sit up nice and tall. So when you're ready to come out of this, you're going to swing around onto the long side of your mat. Lie back onto your back and hug the knees into your chest. Just make a few small circles. Just keep going there, hugging the knees into the chest. I'm going to set the laptop up here on the ground in front of me. Then when you're ready, we're just going to go into happy baby. So you're going to reach your right hand up on the inside of your right foot. So you're grabbing the arch of your foot. Left hand comes on the inside. And you're just pulling the knees down into the ground. And this is a lovely one for the lower back if you just rock side to side. If you can't grab your feet, you can grab your shins. Hug the knees into the chest, lower the legs down, and flatten yourself out to bring yourself into a Shavasana. So I'm going to sit up for this one. So just get yourself comfortable. The palms of your hands are facing up into the sky. You can let the toes fall out to the side. If you need a blanket or a pillow, you can straighten the legs out if that's comfortable. Or you can put a pillow underneath your knees. So we're going to be in here for nearly 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes. So this is just 8 to 10 minutes for yourself to just completely relax, wind down. So let's just tune in with that breath. Notice the sensation of the air coming through the nose, and just we're going to stay with this for a little while. Just notice what parts of your nose you can feel as the air comes in. Feel the front. Can you feel it traveling through your nose? For your next couple of breaths, follow where the air goes. Just see if you can map out the path that the air follows. Follow it all the way down into your belly. As you're following your breath down into the belly, You notice a ball of energy that's residing just behind your belly button. And it's about the size of a golf ball. And with each in-breath, it's like when you're blowing into a flame or an ember, it just gets brighter with each in-breath. With each exhale, the energy seems to dissipate through your body. As you're breathing in and it's getting brighter, it's getting bigger. It's now the size of a tennis ball or a slitter. On your exhale, whatever color energy that is, it just flows through your body. And just let it go wherever it wants to go. It's just getting bigger and bigger. It's double the size now. And just notice on that exhale, as it's spreading through your body and the energy is moving to certain places, just notice how you can feel it traveling through your limbs, be it your hands or your toes, your thighs, your neck, your eyes, wherever your body wants to send the energy. Anything that it touches or crosses the path with, it heals it. It repairs any damaged muscles, ligaments, cartilage, joints, any organs that need healing. It's now occupying your full torso, this bright light. It's moving its way down your right thigh. On the in-breath, it's getting brighter. And on the exhale, it's moving down your calf and all the way into your right foot. Your whole right leg is occupied by this light. Now your pelvis, that whole hip region. Just notice how the energy might be moving through your pelvis. And then observe it going down the left leg. On your inhale, it gets brighter, and then on your exhale, it moves down all the way into your foot, to your toes, the soles of your feet. It slowly starts going down your right arm, filling your right fingertips, your hands. Spreads across your chest and down into your left arm. Covers up your back, fills all your organs, your throat, up your neck, your face, your eyes, your forehead, the back of your head, and then the crown of your head. And then just lie with that sensation. So you can keep your eyes closed and just bring your awareness to the sounds in the room. Now bring your awareness to the sounds of your body. What you can do is keep your eyes closed and slowly start rubbing your hands together to create some energy in your hands. Place your hands over your eyes. Feel the heat of your hands, feel the energy. You can slowly start to open your eyes through your fingers just to let the light in so it doesn't shock you. In your own time then, what you can do is roll over onto your right hand side. Take a little rest in a curled up position. And then bring yourself into a seated position when you're ready. And if you're really comfortable, just stay where you are. So if you're ready to come into a seated position, you can, and if not, we'll very good. Nice and relaxed. I'm not sure if you can see Joey there, but he's also relaxed. So guys, well done. Namaste. Great work. I'm going to take my microphone out. Hope you enjoyed that. And I'll see you again next Monday.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Dave. Well done.
Well done. That was beautiful. I
Thanks,
love
man.
the dog. I love the dog. The dog is brilliant. Look at him. He's just there.
Yeah, he's an essential part of the act. It's
Well done.
a two-man act.
Thanks. Well done. Talk to you. Cheers.
Thanks, man. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.